She bends low. The bowl catches steam. Her hands shake. She lifted the wrapper just a little. Then she touched the wound. She dipped them in warm water. Her fingers trembled. The water drinks the wound. The light from the lamp makes small golden circle on the bowl. Then she takes some of the water and poured it into the pot. She holds it close. She poured the water into a big pot of rice. Steam climbed like a tin hand. Her choice tastes like fear and hope. Then she poured it again. Let me add more, she said. She poured more of the water inside. The night listens. A hen freezes above the pot as the world held its breath. Once upon a time, in the small city, there was a woman named Mama Kemi. She cooked good food. Her rice and stew kept people coming. Mama Kemi was a widow. She had no children. She lived alone all her life. She had no money for hospital care. She had little help. She did everything by herself. From morning to night, she cooked, she sewed, she cleaned, and she bought firewood, and she came home alone. One day, a deep wound came from her leg. It hurt all night. She wrapped it. She hid it. She refuses to ask somebody to help at the store. She said she can do all the work herself. I must do it, she would say. She feared being weak in the markets. They told her to get help. Someone asked one time, ask a neighbor to help you serve. But she refused. She said no. I will not bring trouble. I will cook my rice. I will sell my rice. She feared people pitying her. She feared losing her place in the markets. When she got worse, some friend told her to go to the hospital. She refused again. She feared the hospital would cut off her leg. She feared doctor would say, "We must cut it off," she said. "If they will cut my leg, I will not go." She kept walking. She feared more than she hoped. She had no child to help. One day, a friend Yemisi came. Yemisi was a market woman. She saw Madam Kemi limping. She saw the wraps on her leg. She asked, "Why is she cooking alone?" Mama Kemi answered, "I will be fine," she said. "You must see a healer," Yemisi said. "I know someone. It helps with small thing. I will take you there. It would not cut off your leg like hospital men." Yemisi gave Mama Kemi an address. She took the paper and spoke the place. Mama Kemi went, not to the hospital, but to Oganuru, the local healer on the red held by grass. Oganuru was an old man who knew many things. He listened as Mama Kemi showed the wound. He looked and said a way. He told her to wash the wound and use the wound water to cook. He said, "Fire will carry the sickness. Wash the wound. Let it weep. Add a little of that water to your cooking. The fire will take what the wood cannot keep." Mama Kemi wanted to walk straight again. She had no money and she wanted a fast cure. She thought of this. This is a safer way than hospital. She left with herbs and hope. At dawn, she began to do the healer's way. She poured warm water. She washed off her wound. She used small quantity of that water to cook. She kept the secret. She still refused to get help in her store. She still served the rice herself. She kept working. Before sunrise, she went behind her store, a small lamp. Her hands were slow. She poured warm water in a melter bowl. She lifted her brown wrapper and touched the wrapped wound. The cloth was hot. She dipped her fingers. The water steamed. "I want to walk again," she said. "I really want to." As she stirred the bowl, she took a small quantity of that water. She walked into the big pot of rice and stew. She poured the water into the pot. Her heart beat fast. She told herself the healer's word. She told herself this is to heal. At first, she used just little. Then more. She poured more of the water. Praise came. People shouted, "Mama Kemi food is sweet oh." Morning came. Her pot was busy. She bought new pots. She bought a brighter wrapper. She felt pride, but inside, she felt fear too. Customers will laugh and say, "This rice is sweet though. I will be coming every day for Mama Kemi rice," one said. But small thing changed. A child who ate the rice started to scratch at night. An old man forgets little things. Children started having goosebumps. Some had rashes. The market air sometimes felt colder near a store. At night, many people dreamt the same dream. A woman stand by the pot under the moon. She lifted her wrapper and showed the bandaged leg. The dream whispered, "The pot is full." Rumors spread fast like dry leaves. One day, a man named Ogabayo watched the crowd and the store. It tasted Mama Kemi's food one day. He watched the people after her. He sees worries in their eyes. Some looked sick. He watched Mama Kemi from distance and see her wash her leg one morning. He saw her pouring small quantity of that water into the pot. Now, Ogabayo had a big evidence. He called for a town meeting. The town criers shout. People gathered. They walked slow to Mama Kemi's stall with heavy feet. Mama Kemi saw them coming. She was afraid. She is caught in her own secret. The crowd asked loud questions. She stands small and honest. As she tells the truth, that the healer told her to use the wound water. She says she refuses to go to hospital because she feared the leg would be cut off. She said she had no money. She said she is alone. After her confession, the crowd were angry. People pointed. Some wanted her to get punished immediately. Some wanted to ban her. But the truth is heavy. The elder spoke and said, "We will not burn a woman. This is a wound and a choice." Mama Kemi was set free to go home. She walked down home limping. At home, she is alone and shamed. The town looked at her differently. The sickness in the community spread more because Mama Kemi had been cooking with her wound water. People had bad dreams. Children had scratch. Traders forget small things. Mother lose sleep. The poor who ate her food got weaker. Many people does not have money to go to the hospital too. Mama Kemi's selfishness has affected so many lives. Mama Kemi stopped going outside. She locked herself all day inside. One day, Ogabayo decided to go to her house with other elders in the city. They said they want to try to take her to the hospital. When they got there, she was lying down all weak and drained. They begged her to stop and go to the hospital. They promised to support, but she was afraid. She thought of the amputation. She thinks of shame. She thinks of no child to take care of her. She says, "No, I'll try and manage a little longer." The elders left with heavy hearts. The sickness kept moving. Mama Kemi grows weak. The wound opened more despite the herb. The little water in the pot could not fix her body again because she had been caught. She tried to find money. She knocks on door. She asks traders. People are busy or afraid. Help comes slow. She has no child to carry. She has no husband. She lie down on a small bed. Her wrapper loose. Her faded green top stained with work and sweat. Her breathing slow. She thinks of her life. She thinks of Yemisi who gave her the healer's place. She thinks of the market and the pot. She thought of people she had affected with her evil work. She whispers to herself, "I wanted to heal. I wanted to live. I did not mean to hurt them," she said. One night, she did not wake up. The town heard later. The elders walked to her small house. They found her on the bed, lying dead. May her soul rest in peace. This is the end of this story. The moral of the story is clear. You must not chase quick fix that hurt other people. Do not hide sickness or trade other people's safety for your own fast cure. If you are ill, do not take it for granted. Go to the hospital or a proper medication when you can. Earlier, honest medical care can save limbs and life. Waiting or using secret remedy can make things worse. Ask elders and ask trusted doctors. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the story, comment your thoughts about the story, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in my next one. Bye.